Going over the train tracks here, actually I'll pop it into sport mode so that we can get the most out of it, right? That turn's always fun to make. Torquey. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be going over the all-new Chevy Silverado 1500 RST. Before we get into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larch Miller Chevy here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Silverado. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help whatsoever, just ask to work with Nick and Gage. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5.3 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 383 pound-feet of torque. Before we go over the front end, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see that distinct raised feature there on the center, and then it's raised on either side as well. And I'm just a big fan of the new Silverado hood. I think it looks cool. Coming down below, we've got these LED lights here with the RST, including the daytime running lights. You got the blacked out Chevy bow tie. Notice that the bumpers and a lot of the grille is body painted, but then you also have the blacked out elements to contrast. We do have fog lights there at the bottom, tow hooks as well, and you know, it's just cool. And yeah, when you pull the whole front end together, I mean, look at that. Come around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 275/60/20 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see the wheel design. You got the silver there on the top and then the metallic gray below that, and all together I think it looks great. We do have independent front suspension, and we've got all-terrain tires because this is a Z71 truck. And because this is a Z71 truck, we do have the off-road shocks with this and still have leaf springs because, well, it's a Silverado. And then when you pull it all together, I think that the side profile on this truck looks absolutely fantastic. Like the body lines, everything just works. So here's our key fob. We have the unlock function, the lock function, remote start, and the drop down for the tailgate. And it's slow, but it pops down. We've got a payload capacity of 1,833 pounds, and you guys can see this one's got the LED lights in the bed, and we have a full outlet. And notice we do have protection here on the tailgate. Let's see if this raises back up. Nope, gotta do it with your hand. Really nice taillights here in the rear, and then you guys can see with all of the badging here on the back. We do have the cutouts here on the bumpers, and then you guys can see with the squished exhaust tips down below. Towing capacity, 9,200 pounds. Let me know what you guys think about the rest of the rear. So here's our door panel. You can see with the wood trim there at the top, and then look at the double stack design here with all the stitching that goes throughout, and then normal window control right there, and that's the door. Now we do have cloth seats here in this truck. I do like the design there in the center. I think that looks pretty cool. Nice stitching, and then there is storage space underneath the seat. Legroom's fantastic here in the back of the truck. We do have a storage pocket there, and then we've got some vents here and some outlet action as well. And then headroom's also good. Notice keyless entry. The front door panel has that same wood trim, and then the double stack design down below with all of our window controls. Front one is automatic, and then the mirror adjustments, door lock and unlock. And then here's a quick look at the mirror itself. Now here with the front seat, again, cloth just like the rear. You can see the bolstering there on the side, and then the power adjustments. We've got this control here for the parking brake, our drive mode select with the tow haul mode, and then our drive line select. This does have 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 2-wheel high, and then 4-wheel low. And then our light controls there with the cargo light. We've got really nice padding all around the steering wheel with the darker stitching there on the center portion. Controls for the center stack. You got your voice command controls, heat steering wheel button with our cruise control, and then radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. Turn signal, windshield wiper stalk, and this has a good old fashioned column shifter with the plus and the minus to manually select the gears if you want. Full digital gauge cluster here in the center, and we can actually scroll through some different menus here to see different bits of info on the truck and different systems like navigation, all that. Now the fun party trick is when we change the drive modes. Look at that, tow haul mode shows it towing a trailer, and then we've got a sport mode and an off-road mode, and you know, also shows it with the cool little animations. We've got a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and then you can do the trailer tow line too. As for the rest of the infotainment system, we do have this main screen right here that does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Response time's great. And then we have this auxiliary screen that we're going to turn to be a clock so the camera can focus on the whole screen. And then shortcut bar there on the side. Got some analog controls for like the lane departure, the auto stop start here. That is for the tailgate drop down, hazard lights, stability control, and then the hill descent control. Trailer brake controls here with the truck, and then right next to that we do have our climate system. So we do have a dual zone climate system and heated seats here for the front passengers. We've got this center console set up that also happens to be a seat, which is really nice. And then there is a little latch you can pull, and there's even more storage underneath the seat. We've got Chevy's famous double glove box setup, which is pretty cool. Nice stitching there. And then also on the dash, you can see more padding and stitching. We have a manual mirror dimmer, and then, yeah, nothing else up top. If you're wondering, the rear glass is fixed. So here's our window sticker. This is a crew cab short bed 4-wheel drive. If you guys are wondering, 3-year 36,000 mile bumper to bumper, 5-year 60,000 mile on the powertrain, and base MSRP $53,900, total MSRP $57,620. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let's set off. Setting off here in this Silverado 1500. So first off, when it comes to ride quality, it's actually really good. Also, I need to adjust that mirror. I can't see anything out of it. Don't be Ben Hardy. Adjust your mirrors before you drive. But aside from ride quality, it's actually really quiet. Seat comfort's actually pretty good. I just drove a High Country before this. The High Country seats were definitely more comfortable than these ones, but you know, these are still pretty good. The heated seat function's definitely nice right now. 42 degrees outside, not super chilly, but it's just cold enough to where it's like, you know what, having some heated seat action's really nice. I do love the whole like gauge setup here. I think it looks really nice. See how the turn-in is. Again, independent front suspension, solid rear axle, just like most half-ton pickup trucks. Actually, I don't think there's a single half-ton that has a solid front axle. So, like all half-ton pickup trucks. Wait until we get more half-ton pickup trucks with independent front and rear suspension like the F-150 Lightning. But yeah, going over these manhole covers, pretty comfortable, actually. Yeah, so they've done a solid job with the overall tuning to just make this a comfortable truck. Well, going over the train tracks here, actually I'll pop it into sport mode so that we can get the most out of it, right? That turn's always fun to make. Torquey. Yeah, this thing gets up and moves. That's why you gotta love the 5.3 V8 here. Now, it's obviously not the most powerful engine you can get with the RST. You can get the 6.2. You can also get the diesel, which the new diesel, I mean, is gonna produce like 305 horsepower for the 23 model year, which is great. Excited for when that comes through. But summing things up here at the RST, I think it looks great on the outside. This is probably my favorite looking Silverado that's not the ZR. Well, okay, so it probably goes ZR2, Trail Boss, and then this when it comes to exterior styling. The new ZR2 looks super similar to the Trail Boss though, so it's kind of close between those two. But yeah, I like the sporty design on this. And then when it comes to the interior, I do prefer the leather upgrade you can get with the RST. I think that makes it feel just a little bit more premium. And I don't know, I think it makes sense with the package. But these cloth seats are fine, especially since they have the heated seat functionality with them. I guess that for me, I just like the easy to clean aspect of the leather. But aside from that, I mean, I feel like this is really good value in today's world where, like, if it's a pickup truck, it's like $60,000. This being under $60,000, I mean, I'm all about it. So let me know what you guys think about the new RST. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Silverado RST. Again, a huge shout out and link to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Murray, Utah for you some time with this truck. Check out the info in the description down below. I'll see ya.